This is Dwight, my haunted Fowler, for a daytime quick ghost hunt. Came over here to clean here at the jail, and I haven't been up on this side much. These are cells that have been closed for close to 30 years. No, wait, 20 years. Got my timeline wrong. Put that there. Put a couple cat balls out. So I'm just getting started here. This is the Old Benton County Jail in Fowler, Indiana. And I'm doing a daytime hunt. I'm going to start the recording now. And just set this next to the K2. So this side is cells. I'm going to do this and hopefully not fall. So I'm upstairs. In the 90s, they took out the stairs that get you access, so we have to use a ladder. And this set of cells and that set of cells hadn't been accessed probably since 1997. We got into them recently. And I haven't really done much on this side. So I've set up a couple cat balls to see if we can get any activity. These cells would have been used in the 1800s, early 1900s. I don't know if anybody was kept up here. Well, I know they were kept up here. Anybody that maybe died or was a bad person. That downstairs cells, if you can see that, that is where Jacob Nelling was. He was pulled out of here in 1883 by a group of, they said townsmen, but we've heard also they were from out-of-towners, but there's about 100 or so that pulled him out and lynched him for murdering a 15-year-old girl from a neighboring, or from a family around here. Again, like I said, these cells upstairs had stopped being used in the 90s. I've got a cat ball there, a cat ball there, a K2 here that lights up, and I've got a digital voice recorder. God, couldn't think what the words were. So we're just going to do a quick investigation up here. I'm going to try the dungeon. Bad signal area down there, so I may not get any results down in the jungle. The dungeon or the jungle, whatever you want to call it. Technically, it was the basement and some old cells. But this actually is the first time I've even investigated on this side. And I've had this door open for at least a year, this main door here. So is there anybody up here with me? If so, if you get near that ball on that door or on the cell lock or this device to my left, your energy should light them up. And you don't have to go near them. You can just talk to me. Can I get a name? Shadow over here looks a little creepy, but it's just the angle that I'm at. It looks like somebody's peeking around the corner, but it is not a human. We'll try an app too. See if you can, it's at 9%, then we'll see if it works. It's firing up. But if you go near those cat balls, I'll show you so you will know. If you do that, you can light those things up. And if you're feeling really energetic, you can knock them off the door. They're not too expensive. I can buy some more. Why were you in here? What were you convicted of? Okay, that one went off and went back on by itself. I didn't touch it. So is there somebody with me in that cell? Can Can you light it up again? Or maybe I just didn't pay attention and hadn't shut off from the first time. I'll have to check the camera. It's always possible that I just was not paying attention. That was from the first time that or the time at which I touched it. So to prove me wrong, or right, either way, I guess, however you look at it, can you touch that ball again? Can you light that ball up? I'll have to watch the video because it may have just been me. But we're going to try a spirit talker from Spotted Ghosts. I've had pretty good luck with this. I'm going to make this light up by getting too close, probably. Yeah. So this will pick up EMF, but that's from my phone because it's not on airplane mode. All right, so I've got Spirit Talker going here. I'm going to step away from that K2 because I know the phone will interfere and I don't want to. Oh, yeah, this is creepy. There's a bathtub up here. So they would take a bath upstairs and they had one toilet for all 4 cells. I hear a dog outside barking in the distance. I'm going to have to go back to the other end. The cell signal's pretty crappy down here. I'll stay as far away from the K2 as I can because I'm not in airplane mode. There's the K2. There, I got a couple bars. Can you make a noise somewhere in the jail? I'm in here by myself. I'm all alone.
Ann.
Ann? I don't know anyone named Ann. Can I get a last name? If you don't feel like communicating, I can go on to the other side. Just really asking you to make your presence known. On the Spirit Talker app, I got Leave This Place and Ann, A-N-N. That is not a name that I recognize. What I was saying earlier, though, I was here last weekend, and all week after, I just felt run down. Now, granted, I think there's a little bit of catching up on lost sleep that happens, but after a couple of days, I'm usually okay. But it wasn't until today.
Obvious.
Obvious? Is that obvious? It wasn't until today that I started to feel like myself again. So, of course, I decided to come back to the jail, Why get to feeling better, right? We were at the theater too, but I never feel negative energy after the theater. So I got obvious. What's obvious? That I was affected? For those that just joined, this is the Old Benton County Jail in Fowler, Indiana. I'm on the upper deck. They took out the stairs in the 90s, and they did that as they worked on trying to fix this place. They ran
Nervous.
Nervous? Is it because I'm at the edge here? Are you nervous for me? I guess I should be nervous by myself here. But anyway, these cells upstairs hadn't been accessed since 1997. As far as we know. All right, I'm not getting any kind of vibe here from anything. So I'm going to go downstairs. That's where I just was up there. This is the other side. You like to play games. Okay. What's a game that you like to play? Lots of noise outside from cars going by. We are in a neighborhood, so it does get a little noisy. I guess I should hold on to this. Nana. Okay.
Like.
And like. So who's Nana? Are you the grandmother of any of the children that lived here when their parent was a sheriff? So, on the other side, let's get that flashlight back out. So if you go out these doors to the other side, that's a residential area. So the sheriff and family would live over there. I don't know if the kids, I would assume the kids wouldn't come back here and play. Who are you a Nana to? Well, if you're here, can you get near one of those balls I just placed outside of cell 1 and cell 3 and light those up? Or get near that device. It lights up to red if you get too close to it. Here, I'll show you what it can do. So this is my phone causing it to go to red.
Standing behind you.
Standing behind me. Oh, I would have pooped my pants if there was somebody standing behind me that I could see. Who's standing behind me? Make me back into a corner so I can see. There's nobody back there that I see. Got a much better signal down here. You saw an image? Who's behind me? Who's here with me? That was my footstep. I'm doing this one man right corner. I'm doing this by myself, so it's a lot of juggling of flashlight and camera. Oh, Jesus Christ, I thought I saw somebody to my left.
We're delighted you're here.
You're delighted I'm here? So is there somebody here? Are you down at... Why is the padded cell door shut? I didn't pay attention earlier if the padded door cell was already shut. It's normally not shut. Okay, we'll go down there. Hopefully I won't lose my signal down here. Okay, somebody in here. Well, at least physical. Yeah, I don't feel alone, Bree. So Spirit Talker just said, hear me. I would go into this padded cell with you guys alone, but I think the cell signal would drop completely in there. Trying to not make too much noise. Hear me? Down. We are delighted you're here. Who's here with me? Can
Caroline.
Caroline? Caroline, were you one of the wives of the sheriffs that lived here over the time? No women were kept in this section, typically. There's a women's section out and above. Were you a cook, Caroline? Typically the wife would do the cooking. So just a little bit of information or history information. In 1958, 58, Benton County elected the first female sheriff in the state of Indiana. Okay, I just heard a knock. Can you knock again? Scarlet. We've had a lot of groups come through here and get really good results. Spirit Stalkers, Noah and Jake have been here. Tommy Amongst the Tombstones.
Our settlement.
Our settlement? Well, this was, all of this country was Native American country. Well, maybe the settlement, though, were the white folk that came here. Got the word scarlet, which could be a name. Was it a name of a person, or was it how you died? Scarlet fever?
I was sick.
You were sick? Was scarlet fever, maybe? Oh my gosh, TV has been here as well. So we've had people from all walks of life come here, all locations, even Finland. We're not a very big area. Yeah, they said sick and had scarlet. I was sick and scarlet. Our settlement. I don't know, scarlet fever ran through here. How many of you died? Can I get a number of how many died?
Refuse.
You refuse? You refuse to give me a number? Is Caroline somebody who died? Are you the one who was sick? I'm in the the Old Benton County Jail in Fowler, Indiana, Anna, Dream Warrior. So it sounded like I was kind of blending the two together there. Can you knock on a cell door or push that ladder over? Pull? You want me to pull something? That ladder? Can you pull the ladder? Okay, fine. I said push, you say pull. I don't give a shit what you do. Knock the ladder over. Please. I don't want to be disrespectful because I don't want something following me home like I think happened a couple years ago. Can you light up one of those cat balls outside the cell doors?
I shouldn't be dead.
You shouldn't be dead. Who are you? Motorcycle outside. Should we go explore another part of the house and jail area, or the house? Or we could go to the dungeon. Would anybody like to visit the dungeon? I can't guarantee I'll keep my signal. We've got 4 bars right now, so it feels pretty good. Not getting much cat ball activity. All right, so we're going to take the cat balls with us. Taylor? Your name was Taylor? Now this is probably coincidental. We're gonna let the digital voice recorders play while we're going, or record while we're downstairs. Yes, I hear you. I think it's kind of funny. I got the name Taylor, and right now we're showing. You will appear, okay? But over at the Fowler Theater, another haunted location here in Fowler, Indiana, we are showing Taylor Swift, the movie. So I don't know if that's, yeah, you will appear tonight at the theater, but can you appear here, whoever you are? Well, I'll go check the other hall. Anna says she feels like it's more active. That's where someone said they saw a figure, or, yeah. Okay, that's me. The cell was tapping on my leg, or the ladder.
Twins.
Twins? What twins? I won't name any names. I'm from the area. And when I was in high school, there were a couple of twins that got in trouble a lot. And they were from the area. They probably spent a few nights in here too. That's a stretch. I'm just stretching now. She's a twin. Caroline, are you a twin? I mean, Taylor, I got the name Taylor. I don't think it's the Taylor Swift movie. Is Taylor someone?
Not friendly.
Not friendly. Who's not friendly? I'll have to go back when I first got here. I didn't pay attention to the padded cell door being open or closed, so we'll check that, but I heard something shift down that way. Are you in the padded cell? Hello, Bob C. Okay, we're going to make a trip down to the dungeon basement. It's the former sheriffs called it the dungeon, and if I don't lose signal, you'll see why. Us? So this is the basement. Looks pretty normal. Well, other than 1970 pot paneling. So through that doorway is the dungeon. I'm going to go that way. Please hang out. If you lose signal, I'm going to get to a wall. That's usually where I get the best signal. But right inside this doorway to the right.
I'm having fun.
You're having fun? In the doorway to the right was the evidence room. This middle area where you see the water softener stuff, that was the most, to me, that's been the most active this whole place, and I think it's because it's the evidence room. I think because there's weapons, they stored weapons, they stored shell casings from suicides, murder. Not that we're a big town, not we had a lot of murders, but we've seen some of the evidence they had in there, and it was we found a couple of shell casings from different suicides. Sadly, the county I'm in this county, it's not very big, but it's got the second highest suicide rate per capita in the state of Indiana. Okay, we're going to head to the dungeon. Oh, the ghost box said I'm having fun. Well, yeah, because you're not one creeping somebody else or being creeped out. Maybe I'm creeping you out. I don't know.
Amanda.
Amanda? I don't know any Amanda other than my sister. Okay, hopefully you all can see. This is the dungeon. There are 4 cells on either side. These have been used, well, they weren't used in recent decades, but they were used as a place. Take a picture. It'll last longer. What? Anyway, so I'm going to point out real quick that hole right there. Hopefully you saw it. I'm only going like quickly just because of the cell signal. But in each of these cells, all 8 of them, there are holes in the wall. The holes in the wall used to have a loop, like a chain loop, and they would chain prisoners up to the wall down here. Significant? A newspaper article from 1964, they interviewed a former sheriff. So he was a former sheriff in 1964. And he said that they would chain prisoners to the wall until they confessed or went insane. So I'm going to place a K2 in here and hopefully not lose anybody. That's my phone causing that, I'm sure. Step back out. Hopefully, again, I haven't lost y'all. Okay, so you can see the K2s or the cat balls going off. And up on that shelf right there is a K2 that will light up. That's too dark. Okay. So if you're down here in the dungeon with us, can you roll one of those cat balls? Make it light up. Or get near that other device that's green right now. If you get close to it, it will go as high as red. It'll go green, yellow, or green, orange, red. Yeah, there is lots of bad energy down here. This is outside the evidence room. My first experience ever here.
Gash.
Gash? Do you have a gash? Were you bleeding? Anyway, I was outside the evidence room door watching a SLS camera, and I heard a heavy breath in my right ear, and I thought it was my partner, and I said, "Hey, Pete, did you see that?" And I was all alone. That was my first first negative energy experience. Can you move anything that's down here? I know you're probably not used to me being here during the daytime unless I'm cleaning or taking out the trash. But now's an opportunity for us to communicate. I've gotten a few words on the Spirit Talker app. Gash was the last word. Were you cut really badly? We'll peek into the other cell, trying to keep our signal here. So the holes in the walls, they basically broke through the walls over the years when they put like indoor plumbing. You can see the plumbing there. Oh, there's a cat ball. Okay. Cat ball is lighting up. Can you light the other one up, the one on the floor? Anyway, he said in the 1990s, they would still chain people up down here when it was overcrowded. They wouldn't leave them overnight, but they just didn't have a lot of room upstairs. Who,
Holly.
I was about to say who touched that cat ball. Holly? Uh-oh. Oh. No, never mind. A friend of mine, his grandfather was sheriff here for a couple of years. No, it's not Smith. And I think his sister's name is Holly, but He wasn't around when his grandfather was sheriff. His dad was a little boy at the time. Can you light that cat ball up again?
Get away from here.
Get away from here? Why do you want me to get away from here? Can you light that cat ball up again? I said it went quiet. Anna, yeah. It went quiet. That cat ball lit up a few minutes ago, maybe a couple minutes ago. Are you here with me any longer, or have you moved on?
She died.
She died? Holly died? Is that warning you to leave? Do you want me to leave? What did it say? Get away from this. Get away from here. Get away from here. I can leave. We can go up to the residential area where I believe a young boy stayed who's gone. The name Jonathan. We've gotten the name Jonathan in this room. Had what felt like a full conversation with Jonathan. Oh, there goes the other cat ball. Jonathan, do you recognize the name Jonathan? Are you Jonathan? You are. Are you, well, I'll wait till it's done.
Who's speaking?
My name is Dwight. Are you 7? Are you 8? Are you 9? Dog barking outside. Are you 10? $11? Can you light the cat ball up when I get to the right age? 12? Well, that's a good point about age. How old do you? Well, that's how would I ask that? Okay, we'll move away from why would a child spirit be at the jail? So we'll go up to the residential area, but this jail has two sections. The sheriff and family would live in one side, and then the other side would be the inmates. It's possible that at some point if they stopped using this location, or I remember what it was like to be a teenage boy, getting curious, maybe going to places I wasn't supposed to, because I don't think they kept inmates down here on a regular basis.
Tapping.
Tapping. Are you young or old? Well, let's see. If you're young, can you move the cat ball on the floor? And if you're, let's say, older, like an adult, can you move the cat ball on the ledge? To do tapping? It's hard to tap. This is all limestone and concrete down here. Um, here, that's me tapping on a pipe. Yeah, so far the cat ball's freezing. Yeah, it's about 40 degrees in here, maybe a little cooler. Me tapping. Can you tap back? Would you like us to go to another part of the building? Maybe the bedrooms? Do you feel more safe there? I'll tap again. Can you tap back? Okay, feel wood. Tap some wood. Either you want me to tap on some wood or you're just getting really. There's no wood down here. Oh, there's some wood. We're going to go upstairs because if you are young, you may want to play in your bedroom and not be down here. Maybe you weren't supposed to be down here and you got in trouble. So let me pick up the equipment here for everybody online. Again, I could lose you for a quick second. Now, okay, I think that ball lighting up was me moving something on the floor. This is my airplane signal hitting that device, trying to make sure that we don't. Okay, sort of tapping over here. Are you responding to me? Another tap. Where are you? My hand's here, so you don't. I just want you to know that I'm not tapping. Can you tap again?
Miracle.
Miracle. I'm holding this, so one hand is on my phone that's streaming. The other hand is on Spirit Talker app. Can you tap again? We got 2 taps. And you did it on the metal pipes.
Others.
Others? Are there others here? We'll stay here just a little bit longer since you tapped twice. For people old like me, there's a song called Knock 3 Times on the Ceiling. How about tap 3 times on this pipe? Can you tap one more time? Okay. So I'm going to say I'm leaving again. Maybe that'll get you to tap again because it seemed like you only started once I said I'd leave. Oh, I just heard a whisper in my left ear. Oh, that was me bumping into an old toilet. We got a bunch of old toilets down here. All right, I'm going to go upstairs.
Bernadette.
Bernadette. I'm getting a lot of women's names. This is mostly a. Okay, I felt like I heard another tap, but it could have been me stepping. This house mostly men. There is a section for women, but it's just a 1 cell, 2 cots. Unless these are the names of the past spouses of sheriffs. Wow, I got 4 bars right here. I don't want to move. Can you, well, if you're dead, you probably have no idea what I mean by 4 bars. We'll do a short stint on the other side, facing down the other
Marble.
marble. I just got the word marble. This building is limestone on the outside, concrete on the inside. It housed families on one side, sheriff families, and inmates on the other side. The main cell's upstairs. No, 6 of them. 2 of them have bathtubs in them. So the ghost box is Spirit Talker from Spotted Ghosts. If you don't follow Spotted Ghosts on YouTube or his social media sites, he is a technology wizard. He's using the technology. Done. So he uses the technology in your phone. He has a Spirit Music Box app that works really well. That if you touch it, it plays music. It can, depending on the phone you have, it can also go off based on proximity. Okay. Well, let's go up to the residential area, to the main kids' room where they've had the most activity. We believe it's a child there by the name of Jonathan. Going quickly through here because of signal loss.
Battle here.
Battle here. There probably was a few battles. Wrestling, if you will, inmates. We have a couple stories about one inmate that she took a fire extinguisher and whacked the sheriff's wife in the back of the head. She was arrested. Planned? That was planned? She was arrested, and they didn't have any female officers to frisk her or pat her down or whatever. So the sheriff's wife did it and got knocked out cold with a fire extinguisher. All right, I'm going to turn off the flashlight. I don't need it here because plenty of sunlight. But this is the upstairs. So there's a kitchen. This was office space. And then up here is where the family would live. Today on This Old Haunted House. So there's a bedroom. Large, spacious bathroom.
Mockery.
Mockery. Yes, I was mocking. Good call. Another bedroom. That's kind of creepy. And then at the very end, we'll go up to the attic. Okay. This door is rarely shut.
Opposite.
So I had a chair there, probably from last weekend. Okay, we will just say normal.
I'm reaching out.
Not paranormal. You're reaching out. All right. We'll put the devices around the room. This closet is very creepy. Connects to the other side. I've done some alone challenges in there before. It's going to be hard to see the cat ball because it's so light in here. Put that all in the middle. Actually, I'm going to keep this with me.
Hear me.
Hear you? Yeah, that's some pretty fancy carpet there. So the cat balls are going off. That one was off just a minute ago. Now it's flashing. Who's here with me? What's your name? Okay, so that went off and then came back on.
Demonic.
It said demonic. I'm not one of those people that gets all worked up on the whole demonic thing. Maybe I should if you're lighting up. See if we can get the other ball to light up. So look at that. I mean, I stomp really hard.
Hand.
Hand. Let me stomp again. Neither ball lights up when I... Oh, okay, so that one did, but... Excuse me. We're going to place this a little differently. Gertrude, another woman's name. I'm going to have to do some research on the name of the sheriff's wives. I am not a medium or psychic. There are days I wish I were, but some of my psychic friends say it's not always that great. All right, we're going to try and light these balls up again by me stomping. So neither ball lit up when I stomp. So that just shows you that it takes quite a bit to make those light up. If you're here, can you touch one of those balls that lights up? Get near that device over there on the chair. Or roll that green ball to me. Yes, I got Gertrude as a name. It's so hard to see these cat balls with it being so bright in here. But we believe there's a child spirit in here. A boy child spirit. Can we get a name?
Tell.
Tell. What do you want to tell me? So that one cat ball wouldn't stop lighting up. Now it won't light up at all. Is somebody here that can make that thing light up again? So Bree, you provided the name Jonathan. Are you sensing Jonathan?
Mabel.
Mabel, another woman's name. I have to keep the history on this and do a little research. Was that a
Police.
police? Okay, I got the word police. Yes, the police would work out of here, so would the sheriff. So were you a sheriff? If you were a sheriff, can you light up one of the cat balls? The balls on the floor that light up. If you were the wife of the sheriff, could you light up one of those cat balls?
Rose.
Rose. So Rose is the director of the Benton County Historic Society, and she used to do a lot of ghost hunts here. And she was good friends with, I won't say his name in case you say it. Can you...
Robinson.
Robinson? No, that's not their name. So Bree senses a small boy. Yeah, I know, Lala. I'll get close if one of them lights up. Over on the chair, though, too, if you go touch that, it can light up and beep and go to the color red. If you want to go over there and play with that. But if you're a kid, prepare. Well, if you're a kid, can you kick that green ball or roll that green ball to me? Do you have enough energy to do that? Yeah, I believe once in a while those cat balls can get stuck. And coming back to the cells where we started. It's our last opportunity before I shut down for the afternoon and get ready for the movie at the theater. We're running that digital voice recorder while we're upstairs, so we'll see if that gives us anything. And then I'm going to put another cat ball in this cell. So this cell, put my new cigarettes. Let me step out. Yeah, I lost. All right, get my signal strength back here. So this cell here, Jacob Nelling was in it in 1883. He was arrested for the brutal murder of a 15-year-old girl. She was from a prominent family. She was choked and stabbed to death. And he was brought here. He was in the local, like Lafayette, Indiana is 30 miles away from here, but it's a little bit bigger. And they took him there before his trial. The night before his trial, they brought him back here. And 100 or so men came to the jail and basically demanded the sheriff bring him out. And the sheriff refused.
All is well.
And said, if you want him, come get him. So they broke in. They dragged him about 100 yards from the family of the house of the girl he killed, and they lynched him there. We've got photos of the actual, like right after they lynched him. And they put a note on his chest. You can see the note, and they put him in a local town and said, this is what happens when you kill people in Benton County. So, but some of the family members that are still alive today of the girl that was killed say that their family never believed he did it. The first person that was arrested was named Jacob. He said it was the other Jacob. And in the end, the other Jacob was lynched. But he never got his day in court. So Jacob, I put a ball on the top bunk in your cell. Jacob's ladder, that's funny. I don't think I have the app I don't have the app, the SLS stick figure. But outside your cell, there's a ball that if you touch it, it lights up red or lights up in multicolor. This device over here with a green light can light up to red. Get away from here is what it just said on Spirit Talker. This is from Spotted Ghosts. So whoever's here with us, I only have a short period. I got to go home and do some more work after I take the trash out here. It's really quiet here. When I first got here, it wasn't. We had some taps. There was a distant tap. Can you do that again? Another distant noise. Can't tell. It might have been up there. Could have been outside, but it sounded like it was in here. Jacob, are you here with us?
Cold.
It is cold in here. It's about maybe 35 to 40 in here. Jen, this is in Fowler, Indiana. It's the Old Benton County Jail. I'll go look down the other hallway. I keep hearing noise, but it could be outside too, I guess. Is anybody down there in the padded cell? Cars going by outside. That was my keys that jingled. Big truck going by. Bug. Are you shuffling around here? I hear a shuffling sound. We have mice. I've never seen rats. Okay, now I just heard it over there. Are you playing with me? Because I heard a noise over here.
History.
Gravestone in history. Are you shitting me? Okay, I just heard a knock back on that side. Are you toying with me? We'll take a stroll down to the padded cell and hopefully not lose signal. We'll see if we get any signal loss. We'll see if we get any signal loss. Flashlight is starting to go. Or it was flickering. So that's the view outside from the padded cell. If you hear a noise, it's my shoes just shifting on the floor. And the app just said careful. So with that, we will exit. A little shower. Let's go see what the app said while we were in there. Oh, no, it didn't say careful. It said Harold.
I like to come here.
It said Harold. So why is that important? Harold was the resident historian, wrote a lot of information about the jail, the theater, the Fowler Theater, the museum in town, the town itself. Harold, are you here with us? We've got books downstairs with your name on them. Yeah, I thought it said careful. It actually says Harold. Harold Furr was his name.
Alice.
Alice? Don't know an Alice. Motorcycle going by outside. Okay, that was a car horn. That's the one thing I don't like about daytime investigations is all the outside noise. Typically at night, especially in a small town, it's pretty quiet. Harold, what was your job here? What would you say your job was? Crazy driver, I am in Benton County, Fowler, Indiana, and this is the Old Benton County Jail. Built in 1876. Harold, can you share any more information? It's kind of hard to see. There we go. This is where the jailers would walk down to check on inmates. And the inmates were over here.
I'm really here.
You're really here. Harold, are you the one that's really here? Can you give me information that would make me think it's you?
Am I alive?
Are you alive? Well, unfortunately, I'm the only one in this building alive, if that answers your question. If you are Harold, what was your job here? I'm going to wrap up here in a couple of minutes. I'd really like it if someone could. There, the cat ball's lighting up. So this is the cell of Jacob Nelling. Jacob, are you in here?
Satanic.
Don't say words like satanic. I don't need that. But that cat ball is in a hole in a pretty solid. Now, I'm going to tap it. It's going to move. So I can make it, but I wasn't in here. I can make it light up, but I wasn't in here. And we'll wait till it stops. But the floor is concrete. So me walking on the floor shouldn't have caused that to go off. Okay, step back out. Ooh, I about fell down. About made myself a spirit. Jacob, if that's you, can you give us some information about yourself? What ward did you serve in? What ward did you serve in? Yeah, the floor in there, if in case I lost signal, that floor in there is concrete. And you can't stomp and make that cat ball light up. Jacob, if that wasn't Jacob, who was it? Can I get a name?
Terrifying.
Terrifying? What's terrifying? You were lynched by an angry mob. I can only imagine you were terrified if that's Jacob. tapping sound that way.
Settlement.
Another tapping sound that way.
Settlement.
Another tapping sound that way.
Settlement.
Another tapping sound that way.
Settlement.
We got settlement again. We had it earlier. Were you living in some settlement out here? The town was established in 1874. The jail built in 1876. And your murder was 1883, your lynching. But maybe you lived in a settlement out there?
Stuck here.
Stuck here? You're stuck here? Do you want to leave?
I want you out.
You want me out? Well, I'm going to leave here in a minute. I don't want to make you more upset. I'm trying to be respectful, especially since we've had conflicting stories on your guilt. You were arrested for it, the murder, and you were lynched for the murder. But the family of the girl that was killed, many members still say today that their family don't believe that you actually did it. So if you did not kill Ada, then you were wrongly murdered, wrongly accused. There, the ball's lighting up. So you did not kill Ada? Is that what you're telling us? You were wrongly accused? Okay, that just lit up. It's going to orange. So Jacob, you're lighting up again. Another tap on the other side.
I'd like to come here.
You like to come here. So are you telling us that you did not kill Ada? I guess I should let that cat ball stop. That cat ball is sitting in a hole in the top bunk. Fuck, what was that? Sorry, excuse my language. Marie, that's what the family says. We met the great niece of the girl that was murdered, and she said her family did not believe he did it. Even wrote a letter to the governor at that time. I don't usually get too foul-mouthed in my videos, but sometimes when stuff sneaks up behind you, or a noise is behind you, you might drop the F-bomb. Jacob, who killed Ada? Well, that might be tricky because the other person that was accused was also named Jacob. Okay, the cat ball won't stop. And earlier said, I want you out. Or is your energy building up to ask me to leave? Because I will respect that. Even the K2 lit up. That was me stepping on paint chip. Okay. His? All right, we're going to go ahead and we'll leave. I feel like you're getting agitated, and I don't want to be the cause of that. I've already made one of our local spirits mad at me, and all right, I'm going to turn this off. Now that's going to be my cell signal causing that. Investigator? I consider myself an investigator, but I'm going to leave. We'll go through some video footage and audio footage. Is it footage when it's audio? But I'll watch this video. Really appreciate everybody that jumped on and everybody that followed us. I am My Haunted Fowler on all social media, including Thread, the one from Instagram. And I volunteer at the Fowler Theater, which is also haunted. You can follow me here, obviously. And if you look on YouTube, I've got over 800 videos from the last 5 years at the Fowler Theater and the Old Benton County Jail. Mary, as well as the Benton County Museum and a few other places. Oh, but anyway, yeah, thank you all for jumping on here. Those that followed, I appreciate it. Your ears have hurt the whole time. Well, I did share when I first started. Last weekend, we had an investigation, and I felt just, I don't know, lethargic and out of sorts all week. It wasn't until today that I started to feel better. Now it's Saturday, of course. Saturdays are always more fun than work days, but of course now I may have brought it back since I came back here. Anyway, Bree, thank you for everything. I really appreciate your insight, and the fact that you picked up on a couple of the things that lined up with my experiences here was really cool.
You should dig here.
I should dig here. I think I'm going to dig my way out of here. Shut this off. All right. So, in case you were curious, I'm Dwight, My Haunted Fowler. And again, thank you all for jumping on here. And we'll share whatever we get, and we'll share anything that even gets debunked. I like to show people when we figure out something that's not paranormal, and especially those things that feel paranormal. It's hard to prove the paranormal, but it's a lot easier to prove something natural. Sorry, I just heard a noise. I think it's outside. Again, thank you all. This is My Haunted Fowler signing off. Have a great day.